one piece of what I do, which is working with companies to talk about how do you keep the business going. What are the steps you need to take to keep the business going so you have a company that you can ultimately transition and exit from? Okay? But every business owner has some kind of an exit plan. And I've given some names to these here on the right-hand side of the page. Okay? And you can tell me if, or if anybody wants to volunteer, you can say, yep, that's my plan right there. Okay? The Uncle Sam exit plan. What's that? Mark? What's the Uncle Sam exit plan? Take a lot of your money, okay? Take a lot of your money, okay? The ostrich exit plan. What's that one?
Don't want to deal with it.
Put our head in the sand and don't want to deal with it, okay? If I just hide my head, this won't happen. What's the mulligan exit plan? The mulligan exit plan.
Don't try it again.
Don't I get a second chance? Hey, I sold the company. I didn't quite get what I thought I'd get. Can I have it back because I got a better deal over here now? Okay? You may get that in golf, but you don't get it in exit planning. Okay? What's the wait and see exit plan? How many of you think you might have that one? Okay? You got that one? What's that?
I got some kids that got to grow up yet to see if they have any interest.
See if they're going to take over. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Okay? Think about, do you want another plan in the meantime? Okay? Maybe we're going to wait and see how this year does. And then we'll wait and see how next year does. Okay? The return to sender exit plan. Jim, have you ever sold a company? Maybe you haven't, but you've probably seen this, where you've sold it, the buyer, not such a good buyer, defaulted. What happens then?
I get to sell it again.
You get to sell it again. And the seller says, I was enjoying the beach, now I got to come back and run it again and try to sell it again. Not good planning, okay? The holding the bag exit plan. I sell out to one of my partners, or I buy out a partner. Maybe I paid too much. I'm left holding the bag with, I put too much money into that purchase. Maybe I haven't priced this right, okay? The deathbed exit plan. Now, if you're here today, you haven't executed this one yet, okay? But obviously, you're on your deathbed. Son, daughter, I want you to take over the company. I'm not ready, Dad or Mom. How do I do this, okay? The iceberg exit plan. And I also call this one the ignorance is bliss exit plan. It's where you just know a tip of the iceberg of what needs to be done to have the right kind of exit plan. Okay? The junk drawer exit plan. I got a life insurance policy. It's in the drawer here. I got a buy-sell agreement. It's here. There's a will here. I did a trust back here from that advisor. It's all right here. Okay? Does it fit? Everything fit together? If I had multiple advisors that haven't worked as a team put together this so-called plan over a period of years, you think it coordinates? No, it doesn't. Okay? The number 10 here is the let my spouse deal with it exit plan. Okay? Anybody got any of those? Okay? So this is what we try to avoid. The business owners that come in that I talk to, they're going to usually have one of these 10 exit plans. That's why they come in. Because they say, we got to do something. A plan is better than no plan. A plan doesn't mean it's all got to be set and absolutely finalized today. We work on a principle that we say all plans are firm until changed. Okay? But you need a plan. You want to put a plan in place. That's briefly one of the things I do is to develop these exit plans. We put them in writing. I've got my own program for doing this. Fitz mentioned the book. That's what I've written the book around, is the program that I've developed for business owners so that you know what to do. You're all great at doing what you do every day. That's your turf, which you understand very well, much better than I ever will. Okay? But you enter onto an uncertain turf when you say, how do I exit? I don't really know. I'll deal with it tomorrow. Okay? I get back to doing what I do every day. So we like to stress exit planning. I'm a member of a national organization that's really the leader in the field that stresses this with business owners. That's my little short blurb on what I do. I did bring, I'm part of a larger firm, so I brought a little summary of what our firm does. We've got about 60 attorneys. All of us work in a number of areas. My really starting point is corporate and business law. This is a subspecialty of that. We work with a lot of different advisors, many of whom you see on your board. So that's what I do. I've addressed this to each of the members. I pass it around later, and you can take one that gives a little broader depth as to what our firm does as a whole.